Hello, everyone. Are we live? Because I just got an error starting up.
We're live.
Yeah, well, you know how I've been streaming to Twitter? It
Mm-hmm.
now says a premium account on X is required in order to stream on the platform. Yeah.
That's weird. Hey,
So I'm gonna hit.
Jency. Hey, Super Mario.
So I'm going to hit remove, and if it ends the stream, sorry guys, we'll just make a new one. But I'm hitting remove. Remove X. Save changes. Okay, we're good, right? We're still live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that makes no sense. No, Jeff didn't fall asleep. Yes, Jeff's not asleep. Jency says Jeff's not asleep. um, yeah, they let me stream twice. Now they're like, oh no, she doesn't have a $27 a month. That is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. The amount of money to have a premium account on X is it's just it's wrong. And I'm going to tell you why it's wrong, even though that's not what we meant to talk about. But since that happened, I have to say this. You used to be able to go to X or Twitter if you had a problem with a company, and you could message them. You know, like send them a message, like something wrong with this. You know, you can't do that now unless you have a premium account, because all these companies made it so only premium accounts can message them. So how messed up is that? You like
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and it's not like, if it was like, $5 a month, I still couldn't afford it. But at least that'd be reasonable. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like the price is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I made up that $27, by the way. I think it's like 22 though. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look and see how much premium is, because it's just insane. Interesting. I'm trying to see how much premium is. Hold on one second. Premium is all right, starting at $11 a month. Monthly plan is $11. It's $115 a year.
They love
Abs-
ripping people off with this shit.
Absolutely not. No. Okay, so I already have to pay. I'm already being extorted by Apple to pay $10 a month for iCloud, because they won't make folders act like a trash can. And every time I try to delete photos, it crashes and iCloud throws them right back on my device. They can't help me. I'm at like almost 200,000 photos on my iPad, and you can't tell it to just back up certain things. So it automatically backs them all up. So in order to have enough space to back everything up, I have to pay for 2 terabytes, or I don't back up any of my stuff, and if I lose it, it's gone. So that's extortion to me. That they have no
Mm-hmm.
way for me to delete this stuff, and now I got to pay them $10 a month. And then I have the Flickr that's $10 a month, and if I want to make videos, that's another $7 a month. Everything, I hate this monthly thing. It wasn't monthly. Let me just buy an app and own it like it used to be. Like these monthly things, you will
Just
own
another
nothing
way
and be
for them to keep
happy.
ripping people off.
Hmm.
Hi, Mustard Seed of Faith, Ever Josh, and Noise Guru.
Yeah, hey guys, Mustard Seed of Faith, I am paying extra $10 a month because I have no way to delete like large chunks of photos. If I try to delete them, iCloud puts them right back on. I don't understand. Or it will crash if I try to delete more than a couple hundred at a time. So I've spoken, like I've called Apple, and they've escalated me to where I was basically talking to the devs, and they still couldn't find a solution for it. That's extortion. You're making me pay ten
Yep.
dollars a month at that point.
Hey, Go Kart
So yeah,
Bob.
Um, yes, we do have disability. I've been denied 4 times. 4 times. My state considers me disabled. My insurance does. All my doctors, my city, all have me as disabled. I live in bed 90% of every single day, and I've been denied 4 times. Denial and approval in the United States is based upon where you live. So they have like a certain amount that they're allowed to approve each year. And if you live in a city, it's harder because it's the same amount of people they're allowed to approve, but there's a ton more people applying. And when you have a condition that doesn't show up on x-rays, blood tests, an invisible disability, that's what they call it, because it doesn't show up. My condition only shows up on very specialized tests. It shows up on a tilt-table test. There's a sweat test. I don't know the name of it. And it shows up like with, you wear a blood pressure cuff and a heart rate monitor, lay down, stand up. It's called the poor man's tilt-table test. It shows up on that stuff, but the disability office doesn't look at those tests. They want to see something on your blood, something in your blood, something on an x-ray. There isn't one. It doesn't, your nerves malfunctioning does not show up on those tests. So it's 100 times harder to get approved, especially when it's a condition that even some doctors have not heard about. I have gone to doctors' offices and I've had to educate them on my own condition, because doctors don't know every medical condition that there is. The book is like literally about 1.5 feet thick of all the diseases out there, and they won't even see a quarter of them in their lifetime. Like there's some rare diseases out there. Mine's not even that rare. It's just the rarer form of my condition, because I have the hyperadrenergic one. The regular one is actually kind of common. So when I go to a doctor who says that they're a specialist in my condition, they're a specialist in the common one. Then I have to explain to them, no, I don't faint. My blood pressure is too high. And I have to explain to them that. And then they're like, oh, well, there's really nothing I can give you, nothing I can do for you. So, yeah. If you have I shouldn't say normal. If you have a well-known condition, it's a lot easier to get on disability. But it's still harder if you live in a highly populated area. Because, again, I think they honestly have a quota on how many people they deny. I think they have a quota they have to meet on denials, because you automatically get denied the first time unless you're like, you have like a month to live or something. You're denied the first time. Like, I think the actual rate is about 80% are denied the first time they apply. That's why there's so many disability lawyers, because you need one to win in most cases. Okay, so enough about disability. Unless you have more questions, then I don't mind answering them. Jeff, would you mind doing an actual shout out?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We have to do a happy birthday song. Let's do it really quick. Because Michael Fontaine's daughter is 7. And I have
birthday.
Happy birthday to Gabriella. And I have a song to play.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Gabriella. Okay. So, now please do the shout out.
All right, we got Super Mario Brothers, Gen C. We got Pushing Buttons. We got, let's see, Mustard Seed of Faith, Noise Guru, Everjosh 08, Red Storm, Go Kart Bob, Michael Fontaine, and Ryu, and True Dan Show, brought to you by Dan Beck, and that's everybody so far.
Hey guys, so did you see my community post? Did you see the title? I am letting everyone know, like, trigger warning, I guess. If you can't handle talking about the 45th President of the United States, probably not going to be the show for you. Just skip this one. I won't be offended. It's okay, I understand. But we have to talk about today. We have to talk about today. Especially because I saw a lot of things in some chats today that I need to talk about. Some things that, like, you know me, I gotta set the record straight. When I see something that's not right, I gotta say something. And I saw some things that weren't right today.
Welcome, V.
Hey, V. Hey, Ryu. Hi, Jency. Hi, Super Mario Brothers. Hi, Pushin. Hi, Noise Guru. Hi, Michael Fontaine. Hi, everybody. I can see. I can only see like five seconds. Mustard Seed of Faith I was talking to. And Go Kart Bob, I see. All right, guys. So, where do I start? Where do I start?
Wait, let me thank Pushin for the laptop.
Huh? Oh, the laptop. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Thank you, Pushin. You're awesome. Appreciate it. And I'm on it right now.
Yes, he is. He is on it right now. So, number one, since Jency brought it up, the guy on the roof. We need to talk about the guy on the roof. How on earth did that guy get on the roof?
Yeah. What's
now
up?
We got to be a little careful with what we say. Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing. I'm gonna be very. I gotta choose my words carefully. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I don't see how it was missed accidentally. That's the best way I can put it. How a building with a roof with a direct line of sight was accidentally forgotten about. Accidentally. And I also don't buy, of all the things I heard today, the one thing I don't buy is that person was a member of, is it Antifa or Antifa?
Antifa.
Antifa? I've heard it both ways, so I wasn't sure. Not staged. No. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about, Pushin. This is why I have to talk about this. I saw some things in chats of people saying it was fake, and that made me angry because I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't because I'm going to show you guys it wasn't. Like I showed you, the Fruit of the Loom tags are fake. I'm going to show you that this isn't. This is very much real, and I do believe that but yes, the person on the roof, 100%. I think someone, I don't think I can say it. I'm trying to think what I can say. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the building was not accidentally forgotten. the best way I can put it. Hopefully you guys understand that, what I'm trying to say, because I can't say it. Jeff, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Jency is saying he was shot in the ear once and in the face twice. Did you hear anything about the face?
No, it's just the ear.
It was just the ear. Well, I do have his statement after the fact and the medical report.
If
that was
the face, he'd be dead.
Yeah, the face was splatter. It was just splatter.
Of course, he's going to cover his face, though.
Right.
Doesn't mean he got shot in the face. If he got shot in the face, he'd be dead.
Yeah, it would have gone right through. Okay, so before we get into today, I have a question to ask the chat. Yes or no, in your past, were there any other assassination attempts on President Trump? Yes or no, in the chat. What do you remember? Jency says no. Dan says no. Noise Guru says yes. Jency's already freaking out. Mustard Seed of Faith is yes. Pushing Buttons is yes. Mustard Seed of Faith can even tell us who it was. Ever Josh says yes. Ryu says, I don't remember, but this seems like a first attempt for me. Jency says same. At least, Jeff, we're not alone on the no's. There are other people that say no as well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Michael Fontaine, I'm not talking about another president. I know Reagan, there was an assassination attempt. I'm asking if there was another assassination attempt on Trump. A prior assassination attempt. Only on Trump. That's what I'm asking. Sifanelli, hey, says no. Jency is screaming no. Go-Kart Bob, I'm asking if in your past, if there was a prior assassination attempt on President Trump. Is this his first or second assassination attempt? If that's a better word. Oh, no. No, I mean like running for president. While running for president, specifically. I'm not talking about the 80s. That would be Mandela for me anyway. I had no idea. Go-Kart Bob says thanks for the repeat. No. Red Storm, welcome, says yes. Second. Let's see. Yep, that's what we're going to get to, Mustard Seed of Faith. First attempt for Jency. Okay, so Jeff, can you please get to that folder? So, Hebrew was supposed to be here. He fell asleep. And of the three of us, none of us remember this. So this might be a Mandela where in our reality this never happened, and in your reality it did. For those of you that do remember it. Hey Dave, good to see you. Good day for you. Good evening for me. Oh, you're already done. Thank you. So Mustard Seed of Faith is correct. In 2016, at a Las Vegas rally, a I think he was a teenager. Oh, Hebreo's here.
Nice.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, guys?
we were just
Glad
saying
you
you
could
fell
make it.
asleep.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was actually dozing off halfway through, so here I am. Oh,
Hey, you're here. That's all that matters.
cool.
We were just getting into the 2016 assassination attempt that I should say like 3/4 of the chat said yes, they remember it, and a quarter
Really
said no.
interesting.
But the fact that there's more than a few of us that do not remember this,
Yeah.
I find it interesting. So yeah, in 2016, at a Trump rally in Las Vegas, I can't read that; it's too small, Jeff. Are you able to zoom?
I did already.
Oh
No, I
no.
mean like with the mouse. Yes,
Oh.
magnifying glass.
Yes.
Michael Steven Sanford attempted to grab the pistol of a Las Vegas Metropolitan Police officer, and Sanford claimed that he had wished to kill Trump to prevent him from becoming president. And also, he is from UK. He was charged with illegal alien in possession of a firearm. For having previously rented a pistol at a shooting range. That's interesting. He was sentenced to 12 months and 1 day imprisonment and released and deported to the UK.
Okay.
So
That's
if we leave this image, like go to the next one, there should be a picture of the kid. That's why. Oh no, this is just the event happening. So what were you gonna say, Hero? I'm sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say that's kind of odd that he only served so much time for trying to assassinate the president. And they sent him. Oh, I guess that why maybe it was because he wasn't, like, did he have immunity or something?
I don't know. But he was. Oh well, Trump wasn't a president then.
Oh, he wasn't president yet. Oh, he was trying to stop him from becoming president.
Correct.
Okay.
Pushing Button says I was talking about when the missiles were fired at Air Force One. So you do or you don't remember this one, Pushing? Hello, Splatter. Good to see you. That's what we're talking about tonight, Dave. I heard a lot of people calling it fake, and it's not. It is not fake, and I have stuff to show. I have stuff
Not only
to
not
show
fake, but it was expected by a lot of us.
Okay, Pushin does not remember this happening either. So I'm saying there are a few people in the chat that don't remember it like we don't. So you can go on. This is like a, instead of playing a video, it's like step by step.
Real
Like
quick.
a few.
I'm sorry. Real quick, I just wanted to say hello to Jinsil and Splatter420. They said hi to me in the chat. So.
Gency.
Why do I say? Why do I always want to add that L to it?
Because it does look like it's the I and the L is close.
It's the apprentice-y. It's the apprentice-y at the end. I always think that's an L for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like an L if you look real quick.
Yeah.
I would put Gency in the front again.
I am so sorry about that, Gency. I always do that. I don't know why. I know it's Gency. For some reason, I just say it. What's wrong?
Gency gave you the sticking out tongue face.
Oh. I didn't see that.
Old school and emoji.
All right, let's move on from this.
Hey, we're not allowed to use the thumbs up anymore, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. It's just like the progression of them getting them off stage. So I said you can just go through some of these. Just keep going.
Don't you know thumbs up means you're flipping people off?
Yeah, if you can go to the next one. That's what I said.
Yeah, I can't make this one bigger.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just pictures of them. He looks like he's yawning.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
For real.
big toe hum. Ted,
Maximum effort.
go ahead. You can't zoom in on that one. It's old. It says published 2016. Dude, that's
Or
why they're
that
so
one.
small. All right, so that is the kid. Looks like a child to me.
Yes.
So young. The boy. They're saying the boy. Let me see how old he was.
Probably 18, maybe 19. That's what kills me about this whole about the when they do that. Like, yes, they are kids to us, you know, but it's like
But he was 20.
right. And that's crazy because the news sometimes will use that to try to spin it, like they did in that one case that happened way back in, I think it was 2016 or 2015, where that dude, and it was like a George Floyd situation, basically. The cop killed him, and then they pretend like he didn't do anything wrong. And the press kept referring to him as the young boy or young kid, and he was 18 years old.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
And it's so selective when they do it.
I'm not going to be monetizing this video. I think that's just a smart thing to do. Right,
It
guys?
wouldn't be anyway if I play my songs.
Right.
Oh, no, it'd be fine. That's fine. But no, I'm talking about, like, I think it would just get immediately a red dollar sign. I think I should just not even tempt the gods tonight. Just leave it.
Inevitably, what word am I trying to say?
I
Eventually,
care about the perpetrators, not the victims.
oh, that's another thing that kills me is like they give them more attention and make them more famous than what they shouldn't be.
Yep.
And the victims, the real victims, just get shoved off to the wayside, and the waist side, and they don't barely talk about them, and they don't take their feelings into consideration or anything. You know, they show this stuff and make their murderers or assassins. They make them like more popular or more. What's the word I'm looking for? They put them in the spotlight.
Yeah.
In other words.
The media is the enemy of the people. I agree with Trump when he says that. And they always have been. This is not new. We just see it more now.
Yeah.
Well, how crazy is it? And we were just talking about this on the phone earlier. But how crazy is this that it seems like the shooting came straight almost after, about a week or so after the Supreme Court's decision to void any of Trump's actions?
Exactly. It's no coincidence.
And then the media will spin it like Joe Biden's the good guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Far from it, but yeah.
And that Trump is the one that tells all the lies. When first of all, Trump says whatever's on his mind. He doesn't hold back on anything. He doesn't. Why would a person like that just start lying all of a sudden?
That's the thing. He says what's on his mind.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways. You can't admit that, which they do, and then call him a liar in the next breath. That doesn't work.
They
And
do it all the
I
time.
disagree with Gen Z there. I mean, Trump is not any of those things
No, I just
that they say he is.
That's what they say he is. It's not true.
He's my hero, and anybody that doesn't like that, that's fine.
yeah. I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinion,
Hmm.
but it's just
Yeah, but then there's also stuff that's not factually true.
right.
Now, I will say I don't like the way he treats women. But other than that, I have no problem with the guy. He's better than any of these politicians.
I wouldn't say that he's a complete angel. Like,
No,
no,
nobody is.
far from
So
it.
who are we to judge?
Right, exactly. Thank you. That's exactly the part I was getting at.
At least when it comes to that stuff. I mean,
But
you know, when you get into some other things, maybe you judge. But the
right,
stuff he does, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter to the country. It doesn't affect how he does his job if he is president. That's what matters.
the other thing is there's so much, like there's a lot that you cannot like about him, but there's so much that he does that the media never talks about. Like he goes to the military funerals and stuff, and he donated his entire salary when he was president to the military, the fallen.
Right.
What was it? The fallen heroes or something like that.
Something like that. And then he put up that homeless lady in his hotel. He put up Jennifer Hudson's family in his hotel when tragedy struck her family. He does all these things for people. He paid somebody's mortgage. You know, all the stuff they don't want to talk about.
And all these celebrities were his best friends until he
Mhm.
ran for president.
Yes.
In 1985, I believe it was, he was on Larry King Live talking about how he was thinking of running on the Reform Party ticket. But he said that if he couldn't win, he wouldn't run. And he had people, you know, he hired people to, you can just go through the pictures while we're talking. He hired, you know, like a committee to research, see if it was worth running, and it wasn't. But I find it interesting that he said he would have had Oprah as his running mate. Now, you know, I don't think she likes him. And now, I don't think he'd want to be associated with her anyway. After all that stuff came out recently.
Right. They all loved him till he ran for president.
Yep. They all loved him.
Except for Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
Except for Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know. What about De Niro? Are there any pictures of them together?
I'm sorry?
That's a good question that I don't have an answer to.
I'm looking it up.
Who did you say?
Robert De Niro.
Oh, no,
Mr.
I don't think.
Tough guy.
I think he's always hated him, honestly.
He's an idiot anyway.
Yeah.
Calling people gangsters. The irony.
I know, right?
He's doing the whole "you talking to me" routine, you know, with the
He
Trump
was.
supporters.
He was.
Made such a
noticed
fool of
that.
himself. He's such a jackass. And
The
his name's
thing is-
totally Mandela.
Yeah, for real.
There was not that space in between De and Nero.
Now it looks like it's saying De Niro. Before I thought his name was spelled De Niro, like money. You know, De Niro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because it was.
And the thing is, real quick though, is these celebrities and the big shots, the big wigs, and all that, they wouldn't know struggle if it slapped him in the face. I mean, they might have at one time when they were starting out, but they are
Exactly.
long past that.
They have no right to talk about what they're talking about because they don't deal with the things that regular people deal with. They don't have to worry about the things that we have to worry about. So they really need to keep their mouths shut about politics.
Yeah, I agree. They have no idea. Like, they don't go to the grocery store for themselves. They don't fill their car with gas. I mean,
if you don't know the struggle, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Well, that's not always true. That's not always true.
Yes,
because
it is.
No, it's not. Because I could see it the other way with, black people telling white people that we shouldn't speak out on certain things simply because we're white.
Well, yeah, kind of.
No, there are things that we can speak out on. Trust me. Like,
well, with
it's not your skin color. You can be poor and not. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So yeah,
it just makes me angry. Right. Like when I hear that I'm a privileged person living in bed with a condition that doesn't even let me walk around like any other person.
Right. Privilege has nothing to do with race. Nothing.
It has nothing to do with race, exactly. If there is any privilege at all, it's wealth at all.
Still waiting for my white privilege card.
And even then, doesn't mean you have a good life.
Exactly. Yeah, you can still be depressed.
It's a class thing, not a race thing.
I think we're all privileged because we're American.
That's true. And, a lot of us, we have a roof over our heads. We have clothes on our back. A lot of us, we have full bellies. And if that's what privilege is, then yeah, sure. A lot
they have that too.
Exactly, yeah.
And some more than we do.
We are privileged to live in a country that affords us free speech, that affords us autonomy, that just being able, you're like in a lot of countries, a lot of developed countries, if you're born poor, you're probably going to die poor. And there's nothing you can do about it. Right. Like they have like a caste system that you're like stuck in. And that's just not the way America is. You can be born poor and end up wealthy. You can be wealthy and end up poor. You're able to work. You are able to improve your life. And that is something not totally unique to the United States, but you know what I'm saying? It's easier in the United States.
To answer Gen C's question, how are minorities treated in the USA? Like gold, but they'll tell you different.
Yeah, actually, I would say now, because, well, see, here's the thing. It's America, okay? It's the United States. We've had equality since the 1960s. Do yourselves a favor. Go back and look at commercials from the 1970s and 80s. I mean, look at TV series like The Jeffersons and Good Times and Sanford and Son. I'm telling you, it didn't matter. Everyone, it was law. Everyone's treated equally here. It's still law, except now. It's not. Now, in some cases, certain races are treated better than other races. Like, for example, for years, Asians had to get higher grades and scores to get into certain colleges, like Princeton. That's not right. They shouldn't have to have a higher score than other races. Your race should not matter at all. And yet, that's the way it works. And I think Princeton's the one that just ended it, right? Or is it Yale? One of them. There's like a lawsuit. I'd have to look it up. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to look it up. But affirmative action. Affirmative action made it so that if you were a minority, you could get into colleges with lower grades and lower SAT scores. So that people who worked hard and had higher scores and higher grades did not get in because they needed to leave spots open.
That's a good point. I was going to bring that up about affirmative action. And they finally did away with it.
Right. That's what I was talking about. It just ended, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually, affirmative action was actually the answer to reparations. So when they're all calling for reparations, number one, the problem with that is no one alive today experienced that horrible stuff that happened back then. Number two, we should not have to apologize for things that people in the past did because we didn't do those things. Number three, a lot of us, and I mean a lot of us, are not related to any of those people anyway. Like my family didn't get here until the early 1900s. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to do like a blanket, like just take taxes from us and give it to other people, like California tried to do, that's wrong. That's just wrong. You're just stealing from people. To give money to people who did not suffer from that.
Here's the thing also is like every single nationality, every single race throughout all of history had been slighted in some way or another. Like
No, enslaved. The word is enslaved. They've been enslaved.
What did I say?
Slighted.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So
you know
every race, every people on every continent has experienced slavery at some point in human history.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only American slavery that everyone talks about. They ignore the fact that slavery is still alive and well today in many countries.
Yeah.
They ignore that 100%.
They just want to talk about America.
America is one of the least racist countries in the world because we have a constitution that affords equality to everyone despite race or religion. Hey, Curiouser.
And even think about this, like even sexual orientation. Like, how many other countries do you know that put up with some of the stuff people get by with over here? That's because they have freedoms they don't.
Look at Jency's comment. Slavery still exists in Romania and Russia, sort of. I didn't even know that. I know about other countries.
Yeah.
I know that when my people from Italy and Ireland, like you were saying, came over to America, a lot of them were indentured servants. They weren't exactly slaves. They were close. Hey, Roger. Yeah, Mr. Super was doing another show tonight with Joe King. That was earlier. He's probably sleeping now.
So I wonder, like, how many people, like Jeff said, you predicted this happening, like, and Heather said she predicted it happening.
Well, most people did. Tucker Carlson did too. Here's the thing. When they've tried everything and nothing worked, there was nothing left but this.
Right. That's
right.
What
they turned to this. They turned to desperation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one person did. Because again.
Well, yeah. We can't.
Again. Well, can't blame everyone for the actions of one.
We think it was one.
That we know. What we know is it was one.
Yeah.
We think it's more.
Mm-hmm.
We think it's more, but we know it's at least one. But
But here's the question: is he a patsy? Am I saying that right? Patsy,
no,
Patsy?
no, the people at the rally were reporting him on the roof
Okay.
with the weapon to police, and they were ignoring it or not
Okay.
acting fast enough.
That's pretty sketchy.
Like people, there's videos coming out of people like recording him and stuff like that. But here's the thing, to a comment in the chat. There will always be racism. There will always be sexism.
Yep.
All those bad things. Because there's always going to be some bad people. But there's so few. So, at least here in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, no. I'm going to tell you a true story. This happened to me. You know I'm poor, right? Okay. So, I was wearing a beat up old Carhartt jacket. I was wearing a pair of sweatpants. I was wearing Uggs. But I guess they weren't looking at my shoes. So I'm in Wawa, and what I used to do, well, I still do if I can get to Wawa, but when I had money, 'cause it's expensive now, it's so expensive now, I used to get 64-ounce refill jugs to put in the fridge, so I didn't have to keep going back to Wawa. And the people at Wawa knew me. I was there all the time, because I had a car, and they knew me. I was the only one getting the 64-ounce refill jugs of my mocha mint iced coffee and putting them in the fridge. So I would usually go pay first and then go to the machine. It's in the machine. It comes to the store in a box or a factory, pre-mixed. It's like a mix. You push the handle down, the coffee comes out. It's cold. So I pay. I go to fill up my jugs, and I'm just standing there minding my own business. Now, filling up your coffee is no different than going to the little coffee bar and getting a cup of hot coffee and fixing it before you go up to the register and pay. It's no different than, taking stuff off the shelf and walking around the store. I'm just minding my own business, filling up the coffee at the little station where they have the machine. And I hear a voice behind me. This is what I hear. I know you're going to pay for that. Just like that. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, what? There is a cop staring at me. A woman, African-American woman, cop, drinking her free coffee, because Wawa gives free coffee to cops, telling me that she knows I'm going to pay for that when I already paid. She's with her partner, a guy. She's looking at me like I am, murdering someone. And I say to her, I always pay for it, and I just go back to doing what I'm doing. And then I finish doing what I'm doing, and I go to leave, and she stops me. She's like, no, you wait here. And I said, excuse me? I'm like, I already paid these. She's like, we'll see about that. And she walked over to the register. And like I said, her partner was there. And I said to him calmly, here's my receipt. I'm leaving. He looked at me, he nodded, he let me go, and I left. And then I wrote down the car number, and I called and reported it. Would you consider that discrimination?
Yeah.
I'm asking you guys.
Yeah, of course.
That's messed up.
She looked at how I was dressed and assumed I was stealing. Again, I'm in the store It's not like I took something off the shelf. I walked outside and she stopped me. It's not like she saw me doing that and then watched me leave and stopped me. If I was outside the store, fine. I'll show you my receipt. I did pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the store shopping like everyone else. And she tried to detain me in the store while she verified my story. She didn't even let me hand her the receipt. So,
Was she white?
no, I just said she was an African American woman.
Ah.
But, you know.
I've got a story. It's kind of like similar to that, but not really. Me and my cousin, we were probably in our early teens, something like that, I would say. And it was late at night, and we wanted some snacks. So we walked up to the local convenience store. It was a convenience store slash gas station. And we walk up there, and it was freezing cold that night. And we were walking around, and the worker comes up. She's like, "I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave." I'm like, "Huh? Why are you asking us to leave?" She was like, "Well, we notice you guys are walking around with your hands in your pocket. You've been here." I don't know how long she said, but we're like, "It's cold. We have our hands in our pocket because we don't have gloves." You know, it's like, but then she made, you know, we didn't really argue with her or anything like that because we were teenagers, didn't know any better, didn't know anything about rights or anything like that. But it's very similar to the story that you told. It's like people can be so assuming sometimes.
Well, they judge you based on your appearance.
Yeah.
I do want to say welcome to Earth Goat Tress. And Curiouser says, there's a lot of theft going on. People are getting paranoid. However, Curiouser, I said I had a car. This was like 2014, 15.
Yeah.
this was like 10 years ago. So it was a different time back then when that happened to me. It was not recent. It was definitely about 10 years ago.
Yeah, when that happened to us, that was like 90s. So, you know, it's so crazy because what's the correct way to, I guess, African American, even though they're not from Africa, they're from America. A lot of black people will say that too. They'll clarify the difference.
So that's another BS term.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
What?
Because what do you call black people in other countries?
I know, we're all American.
Right. Exactly.
And I mean,
Even like Morgan Freeman said that was ridiculous.
He's right.
Yeah.
I don't call myself an Italian American. I've never been to Italy.
Right? But we are so stuck with this soft language and political correctness, and it's like it's crammed down our throat almost every single day. And it's
One second, pushing buttons. It says African American on government forms that I've seen.
it does. It does, but it also says white.
Yeah, it's always no. Sometimes it says Caucasian.
It does say Caucasian, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But what exactly?
You know, we're from the Caucasus Mountains, right? Sure. I'm from America. I'm American. I'm a Native American.
But what exactly is the Caucasian? I can't talk tonight. Caucasian. Anyway, what country is that? You know?
Romania, I believe. Isn't the Caucasus Mountains in Romania, Jency?
Is that where that term came from?
I'm from Caucasia.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Hold on, I'm looking it up. The Caucasus Mountains. are an isthmus of land sandwiched between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea in a region that includes parts of 6 countries: Russia, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Turkey, and Iran. So there you go.
There you
Caucasus
go.
Mountains. And last I checked, those countries have people of all shades, not just white.
Yeah, especially Turkey
And Iran.
and Iran. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was a little kid, I used to think that Turkey got its name because it had a bunch of turkeys in it.
It's the kind of thing I would have thought.
But yeah, no, the race thing needs to end. It really needs to stop because at least in America, we've always been equal in my lifetime.
It's all the plan. The plan is divide and conquer.
Yes.
If they can't divide us, if they can divide us, we weaken. If they can't divide us, we're strengthened.
Right. And that's what they want to do with everything. They want to divide us.
Mm-hmm.
With
So,
not just race either, but like race, political views, religion. That it's been like that forever.
my guru says, "You mean it's not full of turkeys?" So, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the race thing. For those of you that are unaware, this is nothing new. So that is how they bring about socialism and communism and Marxism. That is how they introduce it to a society and take it over. Mao did it, except instead of race, it was class. Stalin did it. Chavez. I'm trying to think of names. Who's the Cuba guy? Help me. It's left my head. The Cuba guy. Guys, who ran
George?
Cuba? Huh?
George. Oh, I was thinking of someone else. I was thinking that there was
The Cuban dictator. Who is the Cuban dictator? I can't think of his name.
Fidel Castro.
Castro. Thank you. Fidel Castro. Yeah. So they always do it either one of 3 ways. It's either race, religion, or status, like your wealth, your class. It's always one of 3 ways.
Yep.
Sometimes they use 2 ways, but they will always separate you that way, which sows division, which sows war and violence, and eventually the crumbling of the society so that they can rebuild from the ashes. And it's a tale as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what they're trying here. And Trump is the what's it called? Like, you know, he's the splinter in their side. He's the one stopping it. And that is why,
Yep.
when all else fails, we find ourselves here today. So we can go to the next folder now. And I want to talk about today, because today I was in a chat where everyone was calling today fake. They were like, "Oh, he had a yellow thing in his hand. It was a blood capsule." No, he didn't. No.
What?
You're lying, because I zoomed in on every section of that video, which played over and over and over again. I can see blood where, like, in the beginning before he goes to the ground. No. Mm-mm. So we're going to start off with the statement. This comes from Henry Rogers on X. From a source, a close relative of mine is a doctor at Butler Memorial and was at the ER when they brought Trump in. Minor ear wound, no broken bones, only seen by a physician, no surgery needed. So that was the official, non-official statement on what happened to Trump. It was just his ear. I was too pushing buttons. I was too. Next. So, shortly after he was released from the hospital, Trump put this up saying, this was on Truth Social. I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. Now, right there, I'm hearing reports that they're in ICU and that they passed away as well. So I don't know what happened to the second person, because some news was reporting they passed, some news was reporting they're in ICU. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong, and that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening. God bless America. So, that is why Trump was confused, looked at his hand, then fell to the ground. Because he didn't, I'm sure it all happens in a blink of an eye, you know? Like, you probably didn't even feel the pain yet, you know? Like, it's just like, what was that? Hey, Jim from Florida. Wait a minute, why doesn't Jim have a wrench? Jim, is that a second account? Do you have more than one account named Jim from Florida? I need to go to my YouTube channel. So this is as he's lifting his hand up to feel his ear. There's no blood on his hands. You can see that there's no blood on his hands. Are you able to zoom in on that? You are able to zoom in. Oh, you're not. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, go on next. Number 2. Well, let's get you that wrench. Done. Okay, so that's him going to reach up to feel what the heck happened to his ear. Go on. That is the bullet. You can see the little trail. Can you zoom in on that one? Yes. So see the little white thing? That is the bullet that whizzed past him. But it's fake. No, it's not. This was not fake. This was real. This happened. And people died. You can go on. So, can you zoom in on the hand, please? Now he's taking his hand away from the ear, and you can see a little bit of blood. Because at first, there wasn't a ton of blood. Okay, go on. Oh, I zoomed in, but you can't. Okay, next. Now he's on the ground. This is taken from the stands behind him on an iPhone or an Android. That it's between the legs of a Secret Service agent. The blood is dripping down his face because he's facing downward. That's why there is blood on his cheeks. Okay? Yeah, from the stands. There you go. That was my reminder picture. That's when he stands up. I don't know if I have a close-up of the ear, but you can see blood on it. Go on. It's darker. You see the darker area? That's blood. Yeah, I do have it. There we go. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. Hebrew. Remember when you were talking to me today about the celebrities and threes? Ebro? Did he walk away to have a cigarette and not tell us?
I actually left a message in private chat, but
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. But look, pushing buttons. Rest in peace, Shelley Duvall. There's your number 3.
yeah.
Shelley Duvall passed. That's horrible.
You know what's kind of, I won't say cool, but it kind of blew my mind away that we actually had younger people, like teenagers and stuff. You could hear them saying, "Hey, Shelley Duvall died," and all this stuff. It's like, wow, I didn't realize you guys would know who that even is.
I would be surprised if they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be too. Even though when I was younger, I knew, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew like
Yeah.
Right.
We knew
Crosby,
who people were.
Julie
Why don't
Andrews.
they?
Yeah, because you know why? We had TV, they didn't.
That's true.
That's why. We grew up with TBS, TNT, USA,
Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. Yeah, we grew up with that stuff and they didn't. That's why.
And the Shining. I mean, The Shining has had kind of a revival here as of late because of Stranger Things and the It was it the first one? It Chapter 1. They showed the Shining in that movie. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be people that see that and then they'll look it up and they'll watch that movie, and I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Hero. My 21-year-old stepson has never seen Back to the Future, The Matrix. There's all these movies that are like huge. I don't think he's yet even seen Star Wars because he has a choice of not to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's like we grew up, the stuff was on TV.
Right. That's what I
today have a choice to see whatever the heck they want, and they're not choosing to see a movie from 1985.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
I didn't either, really, because, like you said, we grew up having TVs our whole lives practically, and those movies would play in reruns, like on TV, and that's one of the biggest reasons. And then another thing for me was that my grandparents would mention certain movie stars or movies and stuff like that I never heard of, and I'd get curious, and I could go, you could go to a video store and look it up,
Really quickly, welcome Tanya Sue. Shooter is Thomas Matthew Crooks. What a last name.
Yeah, really.
Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, that's Tanya Sue. That is hilarious, Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, because we were saying we didn't know anything about the shooter yet. I already wrenched Tanya. She already got it. She already has it.
Well, we knew he was a piece of crap. We knew that.
Yeah. So let me get this straight real quick. So they unalived the shooter, and was there also 2 people?
Oh, we can say the word killed. It's the other word you can't say. It begins with an S. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was definitely doing that for YouTube because I hate that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was 2.
There's 2 shooters now?
No, I mean like there was 2 civilians that got killed.
I don't know. Some of the news stations were saying 2, and some were saying 1 was in ICU.
Now there, you can put that on a T-shirt.
Actually, the stream I was watching said that it looks just like the Iwo Jima statue. It does. Like from far away, when you look at all of them, with the way it's positioned, it does look like the Iwo Jima image.
But that is, I mean, you think about it, it kind of reminds me of was it Teddy Roosevelt Like he got shot in the middle of the speech and he just kept going.
Yeah, I think so. Gen Z, no, this would not be that. What it would be is on the day after election day or on election day or maybe a month later, because now they've made it a month later, which is a big red flag right there. That would be the beginning of a new civil war if they try to say that Biden won. Because no one's going to believe it. Not a one. Except for maybe the most delusional of the delusional. Like everyone I see in Philly is voting for Trump. In Philly. You understood how insane that is?
Oh.
Like everyone I come across is talking about how they want to vote for Trump. And
That's shocking.
It is. There's one family that I know of. Just one on my street.
Yeah,
yes, that's possible, Gen Z.
The ones that hated him before all this, before they were doing all this stuff, even they have turned and said, yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
And I will say, there's like 2 people that I've spoken to that are voting for Robert Kennedy Jr. Jim from Florida says, Teddy's pocket Bible saved his life.
Interesting.
All right, we can go on the next picture, please. I have another one I need to talk about. Keep going. You can go through this one.
That one could have been a T-shirt too. That I could see it happening because it makes him look like a total badass. Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you were an enemy of the USA, like let's say Russia, for an example, which they're, I guess, not right now, but let's just say you were, and you saw all this, which president would you be more afraid? Not president, but who would you be more afraid to go after that was in charge of the country? A guy who says doesn't even know where he's at half the time and says stupid shit on a daily basis, or someone like Trump who stood up immediately after he was hit, and he kept wanting to go, and they, the Secret Service wouldn't let him.
We already know, because we know the other leaders. We know who they respect and who they may not be scared of him, but I think they are a little bit.
Well, he made it clear when he was president. He was like, you guys, not so much in these words, but if you guys F with us, we're not going to take your crap, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 100%, it's Trump. But another thing I heard in the chat was no one was looking for where the shots were coming from. That's not true. There were definitely people looking in the direction of where the shots came from. But most of the people that was in the frame on the television were right near Trump, and they were looking to see if he was okay. They're all staring at his ear. That's what I'm showing you here. The people behind him are all literally staring at his ear.
Man, and then you know what? I hate to keep interrupting, but it was so casual when it first happened because, and of course, you're going to be in a state of shock, but I'm saying like the way it happened, he was like, went up to touch his ear, and it's like he saw blood, and it's like, get down,
Yeah, and he said that in his statement on Truth Social. He didn't realize what was happening until he saw that blood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can go on next one. So this is the fake injury people are saying are fake. in that chat that I was in.
I don't
It
believe
doesn't
it.
look fake to me at all. But to be more specific, do we see the red outline of his ear?
Mm-hmm.
Do we see how it's not smooth in one section? We're going to
Yeah.
get to this in a minute. Next picture. Well, that's just a close-up. And then the next one. Actually, no. Go back a second. Do we see the white dot? I believe that's cartilage. I believe that is cartilage sticking out of his ear.
I was just about to say that.
So if you go to the next one, you can see the chunk that's missing from his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Can you zoom in on that? I don't think you can. Can you? Oh yeah. So you can see the little jagged corner there, how it goes like a little M and then goes back to normal again. That is the chunk that is missing. That is where it hit and grazed him. It is not fake. A bullet went through his ear. And I don't know what else to say. Like, there's a chunk of his ear missing.
I mean, that.
I think that's the last one.
What's that?
The photos. I think that's the last one. You can get it off the screen for now. Right now. What were you gonna say, Hebra?
Well, it's like, I mean, if you can't believe your own eyes, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that we can't believe with our own eyes. I get that. Like, I get that people might.
No, I do too. I get that people are skeptical because they lie to us so much. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get that. But also at the same time, not everything can be a conspiracy. Not everything can be a lie. Not everything, like, there has to be.
Exactly.
You know what you know what I'm saying.
Yep. You can only take that so far before it sounds ridiculous. You can't be that cynical that you think every single thing is staged. Every single thing is fake. That's too far for me.
Me too.
Yeah. Especially when Trump supporters, two of them, one lost her life and one may have lost their life just for being there to support him.
Well, it's kind of like the thing that I used to say about the you-know-what conspiracy.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, it might have not have been Osama bin Laden that did it. In fact, probably more than likely it wasn't. But you can't sit there and go, yeah, but it also wasn't real because look at this. But then when you have so many people that's lost their lives, and I've known people that lost their lives that day. I mean, not personally, but, you know, I've talked to them on the computer and stuff, and they've had family. I don't think that they were making it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there is that big conspiracy surrounding it, but there is truth to it too.
And Jim from Florida says, unfortunately, we're still at the mercy of what they tell us. Yes, but today,
yes,
there were people that witnessed it live. There were people that witnessed it in person, and they were on the news. And I saw a couple of interviews, which made me like laugh. The guy was explaining what happened. He's like, and the news reporter is like, wait, you can't say that because we don't know this and we don't know that. You know, it was like stopping him from explaining what happened because, you know, they have to be careful what they say on the news. And the thing that made me so angry today, ABC News, I'm calling them out because that's the one I was listening to. Today, they decided to have integrity in reporting. Today, of all days, to begin having integrity. They kept saying popping sounds. They refused to say that they were gunshots until they knew for a fact, until they had to say gunshots because everybody else was saying gunshots. And even after they said that there was a shooter, they were still calling it popping sounds.
Yeah, you're right. They were referring to it as firecracker sound.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that.
So today they decide integrity in the news. They can't say a lie. They got to make sure, verify, fact check before they say shooter and gunfire and shots. Today, it's amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they're interviewing a girl, and she's like, the sniper, the shooter. She's saying all these words, and the woman's like, "So how many popping sounds did you hear?" Something like that. I can't remember the exact conversation. Popping sounds, but I like heard over and over and over again. It was like a lot of popping sounds, then a break, and then more popping sounds. I'm doing air quotes. You can't see that.
Yeah, no, I can picture it in my head. I got it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just no. But the thing is,
They can't even admit that it was gunshots.
right? Even though there's a photo of literally the bullet flying through the air behind Trump.
Oh yeah, did you show that?
I did show it. Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good catch, by the way.
I didn't catch it. I just found the photo.
Oh, okay.
It was shared on the news.
Oh really? They actually shared it.
Yes, but not on the real news. On well, I shouldn't say that it is real news. I'm saying it wasn't on the American news.
I know what you meant.
That's what I mean.
I like who was it said Communist News Network.
Curious, sir.
Yeah, that was
It's
good.
like, all fake. I'm getting carried away.
It's all fake news now. Yeah, why now? Why do you think it is now? Because it's Trump?
Yeah.
So now they have
100%.
to fact check everything?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Popping sounds. Come on now. He's bleeding. He's missing a chunk of his ear.
Yeah, they wouldn't have said that if it was Biden.
That's right. They tried saying, they like repeatedly said, well, we don't know if it was really gunshots. He could have sustained those injuries by being tackled by the Secret Service.
Oh, please.
Shut the heck up.
Come on now.
Oh my
He
God.
was touching his ear.
The way they try to spin stuff.
He was touching his ear before they tackled him.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it was the news today was just mind-boggling. I could not believe what I was hearing. ABC News, if you guys can see the replay, you got to hear it. This guy, a man like in his 50s, in a suit, with glasses, brown hair, talking about how, you know, it may not have been a gunshot, that he could have sustained injuries by being tackled, and it was repeated multiple times.
Yeah, because being tackled takes a chunk of your ear off every day.
Right?
Freaking morons.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a scratch.
Right.
I mean, you know, like you said, it looked like he had been in a fight with Mike Tyson.
Yep.
You asked why is Hebrew here? Because he's our friend and we asked him to join us, Michael. Why is Hebrew here? Well, why wouldn't you be? I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. Is there something he said beforehand?
No, he just said, hey, holy moly, y'all not getting it? I asked why is Hebrew here? I don't know. I'm scrolling. I don't see nothing. Just why is Hebrew here?
Okay. Well,
I would respond, why not?
oh yeah, he asked it like 2 or 3 comments before that. I think it was right there.
Yeah.
101. Oh, that's right. It's 205 where you're at.
Yep.
Holy cow.
He said, I just want to know why. Oh, well, we ask him to come on all the time, but he's always sleeping from
I'm
the start.
usually sound asleep at this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Whew, 9 a.m.
And I am trying to put together a show for tomorrow night, but Jeff can't make it. So
Splatter. Why are you here?
I don't know if there's going to be a show tomorrow night or not, but I'm trying my best because I did not get anything done because of what happened today.
Oh yeah, it had to be a small caliber. Like
Oh,
I
they did confirm it was.
Well, I was thinking earlier it might have been a 22 or something, like a 22 rifle, but I don't know if that would have been, if that could have hit that distance. Not a 22 rifle, I wouldn't think. But if it was an even bigger caliber, though, he would have been a goner. You know what I'm saying? Like that it didn't hit, it grazed, I guess.
Yeah, great. It took a chunk of his ear off because it grazed his ear.
Grazed his ear.
And unfortunately hit a supporter.
Yeah. Go-kart.
And there were screams, and I think the screams were people around the supporters that were hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you listen to it, the screams are out of place. So there's the pop, 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 Trump reaching up, and then pop, 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 he falls to the ground. And then the Secret Service is surrounding him, people are looking, and then that's when the screaming starts. And I believe that is probably when someone realized that the bystanders were shot.
Oh, you think it was an AR-15, some people say? That's right.
He-Man's gone.
Bomber's right. That's how that went for She-Ra. She would say, for the honor of Grayskull.
Hello, Bomber.
Who was it that was surprised that they were brother and sister? I was talking to somebody. I'm like, yeah, you know, and they were like, no way. Because supposedly there was a movie or something that they were going to do. It was going to be live action, and they were going to have them be intimate. And I'm like, wait a minute. They're brother and sister. You're going to create a whole new Princess Leia, Luke and Princess Leia situation here.
That's what I was thinking of as well back then. Welcome, Kira and Gregory DeRosa.
Cool.
Kira IM and Gregory. Look at Gregory wrenched up. Wrenched up. Where did my chat go? There it goes.
We used to know a guy named Greg DeRoos.
We're doing well. You're welcome. We just went over some facts about today because a lot of people were claiming it was fake and a psyop, and I know it's not. There's too much to say that it's not, and I get that people are critical. People are, skeptical. They feel like we've been lied to about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this one happened on live TV with many witnesses who all say it happened. And we've got bullets flying through the air. We've got a chunk of ear missing. I would say 100% this one was real. Yeah, it is yesterday now. You're right.
Yeah, that's true. and then it'll be everywhere. It'll be all over. Because this is really history that we're talking about here. Because how often? I mean, you had
All 2016.
well, yeah, 20. I still that
I
blows
know.
me away that happened because like I don't remember a stitch of that because even as I was telling you, I was like, isn't this the only time since Reagan? Of course, Trump is and I'm using finger quotes here too, former president because he didn't lose in 2020 supposedly, or I mean, or I don't think he lost in 2020. I think he's still president, in my view, my opinion.
Mine too.
Mine as well.
But nonetheless,
That's okay.
Still my president. I don't claim this current guy.
that guy's a clown.
Yep.
Straight up clown.
I actually feel bad for him because
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not
don't.
his fault, but he.
no, I do because I believe that if the people around him, especially after what I saw after the debate with
They're using him
with
as
his
a
wife.
figurehead. They're using him as a figurehead.
Yeah.
yes,
And
I'd
he's
feel
being
bad for him
abused, in my opinion.
if he wasn't such a bad person.
yeah,
I'd feel bad for him, but he is a bad person, so I don't feel bad for him.
he is and always was. That's the
Mhm.
thing. It's
Yeah,
like
he was. I
he
agree.
even before he got dementia. And let's face it, he does have dementia. That's
Actually, wait, no, Hebrew.
And I don't feel bad for Democrats. I despise them.
what am I
Wait.
supposed to say? Allegedly,
No, I'm saying allegedly it's Parkinson's, not dementia.
Parkinson's, right?
Because a
Well-
Parkinson's doctor visited the White House.
True.
I think it was like 8 times in the span of a week.
Damn.
No, he's not, Gen C. Trump is not a bad person.
Gen-C.
It's a little nuts, but he's not bad.
Wait, no. I want Gen-C to give me specific things that make him a bad person. Specific incidences that you say make him a bad person. That I can prove to you you're wrong. Actually, there's a clip from Mari I want to play. So you guys please talk for a minute while I get the clip to send to Jeff.
Sure.
Okay.
And that's the thing, man, is though they will take clips that aren't in their full what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a full clip. They will take a part of a clip and make it look like he's saying certain things that he isn't.
The real cheap fakes.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
They had some nerve pulling that card after what they've done.
Oh yeah.
That's why I despise Democrats. That kind of shit. That's
Taken
not cool.
off context. Thank you, Gregory. That's what I was kind of looking for. Yeah, it's like the January 6th thing. Like they refused to show that video, and then that took Tucker Carlson to show that video of him saying, please disperse peacefully. Or he was like, I know you're going to protest. Please do it peacefully. And
And then they still tried to say that was fake. We literally saw the video. Don't even. Like, come on.
The link,
really?
Jeff.
That's why Tucker lost his job, too.
Yeah.
They fired him after that. I'm sorry.
I sent you the link, Jeff.
Oh.
Gen-C doesn't know. He cheated on his wife. A lot of people cheat on their wives. President Clinton did it in the White House.
So did JFK,
So
supposedly.
did JFK. That doesn't make him a bad person. It just makes him a bad husband.
Yeah.
And they
And
knew.
saying you don't have any means you believe that because the media
Yes.
told you, and they are lying to you.
If she thinks that he cheated, why is she still with him? Also, I mean,
some people
besides
do
the
forgive.
obvious, I mean, Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you, but I was getting ready to say, besides the obvious, but she's not a Clinton. Like Hillary stuck with Bill because they were in some nasty business going on. Of course, there was the whole Pizzagate thing that I can't prove or disprove. But obviously, because she still wanted to be first lady, and she still wanted a political career, so she kind of turned a blind eye to it. But they're still very much together, is what I'm saying. Like they're not sleeping in separate bedrooms or anything like that. As far as
I on Hillary too, I don't blame him.
Michael Fontaine, we're not having guests tonight because of the sensitivity of the nature of this conversation.
Yeah,
because YouTube has rules, and I got to be careful what we say.
I probably already said too much.
All right, guys. It's okay. I'm putting up a clip.
There you go.
This is who Donald Trump is. Did play that, or can you make that full screen? Are you able to make that full screen? Oh yeah, I want you to hit play. Okay.
Did you know there is a natural way to regrow teeth and gums your dentist won't tell you about?
There's one simple dental hack anyone can do to rebuild gums.
A trendy new weight loss method.
Oh my gosh. Now another ad.
And it's called the coffee trick. I've been dying.
Okay, we'll screen it, please.
Yes, it has. Now, wasn't it nice to meet Tiffany?
Yes, it was.
Because you could understand and she could understand how you all live your lives.
Yeah.
She wasn't the only person who took a special interest in you. There was somebody else who saw it. And he's a very famous person. And he wanted to give you a present too. So watch this in the monitor. I don't know if you know who he is.
Hi, Megan. My name's Donald. And you probably don't know me, but I was watching Maury's show the other day, and I must tell you, you really hit me right here. I think you are so beautiful, and both inside and out. I had a little something, a little gift that I gave to Maury, who's a friend of mine, and a very good golfer. Don't ever play him in golf. He's very, very good, believe me. And I gave him a little gift for you, and I hope you and your mother have a good time with it. And you're very special, and you just keep it up and keep up that attitude. So good luck, and you stay in touch.
That's awesome.
Donald Trump, he has his name on more buildings in New York City than any other person. And besides that, he is one of the most generous people I know. And he wants you and your mom to have a very special check. And when we talk about Donald Trump, he gives out checks, we're not talking chump change here. This is big time money. So look at that. You know how much that's for? You get all those zeros right? Thank you very much. We'll be back right after this.
Stop it. There's a Mandela effect in there. Gosh, I can't. He also sent them to Disney World. There's no mention to Disney World. I have seen that clip so many times. He gave them a check and also was sending them to Disney World. There's no mention to Disney World.
I'll tell you.
No, you laugh. I'm serious. He sent them to Disney World. I'm serious.
There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. I have a video also here. Where am I? Oh, if I could share it, Sandy. You know that video of that I sent to, I think it was Shifty Sunday, where I sent him holding up like a little kid, and it's
fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do either of you remember him sending them to Disney World?
That seems familiar.
I remember that. I remember Maury saying about after asking the little girl about the check, him saying, and he's also sending the two of you to Disney World. And it's completely left out. I don't remember. I remember Disney World in there.
Yeah,
Disney World.
it was in there.
But they're laughing
Maybe that's
at me
just an
because I'm saying
edited
it's there's a
version of it.
Mandela. Huh?
Maybe it's just an edited version of it. Maybe it was in the next segment.
Maybe I'll have to look.
I don't
But
think
they're
that
laughing
before
at
I
me in the
jumped to
chat. But I'm
Mandela.
serious. Disney World was in there. 1,000,000%. I've seen that clip at
Sorry,
least
Sandy.
10 times. Mm-hmm. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll present it.
Yeah, after the commercial, he probably said it. Pushing is right.
Hebrew, you're muted. Well, I'll send another clip to Jeff too. I'll send the YouTube one. Maybe it's longer. Jeff, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's super quiet. I thought.
Oh, yeah. Trump was the father, right?
Yeah, he was the father. Great. Hero dropped out.
I was having technical difficulties.
I noticed. Do you want Jeff to present it?
I've got it. Let's see.
Hey, lovey love.
What happened? Yeah, you know what? If he could, I'm having. In a second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Wait a minute.
But Jency, I really wish you could give me like specific things that you've heard that make you think he's a sexist and a racist, because then I could show you clips to prove you wrong. Not to prove you wrong, but prove the people wrong that you heard it from, to dispel those myths that you have about him. If you can
He
think
paid
of any,
someone's
just let me know.
mortgage. Biden would have done that.
Have a great night, Roger. Thank you for being here.
Good night, Roger.
Okay, I got it ready whenever you're ready.
Yep, adding you in.
I thought this was really neat and kind of touching a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let's see it.
I will go ahead and play it. Unfortunately, I can't make it any bigger, but here it is.
What's your name?
Name.
Now, he's supposed to look like Donald Trump, but he's actually much too good looking. You are really handsome. Are you having a good time tonight?
Night.
Where's your daddy? And your mommy, right? Do you want to go back? Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump.
Beautiful. What a beautiful boy. What a beautiful boy.
And you know what?
No, I did not say that, Michael Fontaine. I said I'm not having guests on tonight because YouTube. Because of YouTube. Because we are talking about sensitive things and we have to watch what we say. So I'm not letting any guests on tonight because I don't want my channel to be hurt by people accidentally saying things that they don't know you can't say on YouTube, that we do know we can't say on YouTube. So that's why there's no guests tonight. Has nothing to do with Hebrew.
Oh man, what have I caused here tonight?
Nothing.
No, but you know what? I thought that clip was really cute and it wasn't creepy. Like if Joe Biden had done it, it would have it would have looked forced and the kids would have looked uncomfortable as hell.
Exactly.
Gregory DeRosa. Hey, Helen. Gregory DeRosa says, drill baby drill, political Mandela effects. Well, we are going to do a couple rewinds, so maybe we'll just do political ones. Keep on theme, since why not?
Trump's adopted son. But no, I'll tell you, bottom line, what it comes down to is you can find the clips out there that Sandy's talking about. What the media likes to do is take stuff that he says. Well, a lot of people take stuff that a lot of people say, but mostly for right now, we're talking about Trump.
It's mostly him anyway.
It is, but it's like they like to take stuff and twist it and turn it around and manipulate those clips so that he does seem racist and he does seem sexist and he does seem this or that. But if you look at the clips in their entirety, and I wish I knew, like Sandy said, I wish you could be more specific, then we could show you those clips in their entirety, or at least send you to a link, because I don't know how much YouTube will handle, but we can at least send you to a link to show you the entire clip. And then maybe then you'll be able to see. You know what I'm saying?
And Jency, I am going to send, I'm going to send on Messenger after the show, I'm going to send you to the Roseanne Barr podcast. I'm going to send you 2 links because it's in 2 parts. She interviews, I think it's David Byrne. Anyway, he is the problem. He is why our country is the way it is.
Yep.
He is why.
Crap.
And all the proof is going to be in the 2 links I sent you. So please watch them when I send them to you.
My hatred for him is actually personal. He ruined my life. Obama ruined my life.
He destroyed my stepdad's life. He ruined his company. The company never recovered after Trump's policies. Not Trump's, Obama's. What am I saying?
Yes.
Gosh. Because
man.
of Obama's policies, the policies he put forth that affected businesses. My stepdad had an extremely small business. He inherited it from his father. Not inherited it, I guess. So my step-grandfather started a company in the basement of his home making machine parts, and eventually moved to a warehouse and employed a total of 13 people. And Obama's policies, I don't know exactly the exact ones. I didn't get into that with my stepdad. But it destroyed the business. It destroyed the business. Like, literally, my stepdad, like my mom, I think I told you guys recently, my mom almost lost her house. And the reason why she almost lost her house is because the insurance policy that my stepdad left her. Well, first of all, when my stepdad bought our house in 1992, he paid for it in cash. There was no mortgage. He paid for it in cash. It was like $150,000. And in 2009, I believe it was, or 2010, my stepdad and my mom had to take out a mortgage because he was using his own money to pay the employees' paychecks. It got so bad that he was paying the employees out of their bank account. And my stepdad did not take a pay for over a year. And the company closed in April 2016. And my stepdad could not find a job because he worked there since he was able to work. Like, from the time he was 11 or 12, something like that. He had only ever worked there, and he was a boss. So everywhere he applied, he had no experience working for anyone else. He had only ever worked there, and he'd never worked for someone except his dad. So he couldn't find a job. And in February 2018, he passed away. So less than 2 years after the company closed. So I actually think that led to him passing. So it's really personal for me with Obama.
And his policies, pertaining to Obamacare and things like that, put me in debt.
Obamacare, though, is the only reason why I have health insurance. But not because of, it's because of Pennsylvania.
Well, what happened that affected me, though, is because of Obamacare, the, I'm not thinking of the proper word here, deductible. The deductibles went higher on all insurances.
That is true. Joey has no health insurance because now all the deductibles are like, I'm not kidding you, like $6,000 to $9,000 a year.
It's ridiculous. I had no deductible on my insurance until he got in.
Mm-hmm.
There was
but
no
for
deductible.
me, like I said, Pennsylvania, and it may even be Philadelphia, I'm not sure, but Medicaid prior to Obamacare was only open to parents of small children, not the disabled. I don't know why, because disabled people can't work, but and we need health insurance. I would argue more, because you can't get approved for disability if you're not seeing doctors. And you can't get Medicare. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, because a lot of people don't, unless they have any experience with Social Security disability.
Which I do.
You do not get Medicare until you're on Social Security disability for 2 years. So for 2 years, you have to go out without health insurance. You either have to pay for it out of pocket, which you can't afford to on Social Security, or you get Medicaid. Well, Pennsylvania didn't do that. Obamacare forced them to open it up to disabled people, to sick and disabled. That was the only good thing about Obamacare, I think. Everything else was horrible.
Well, I'm no
Mrs.
fan
Blevins,
of anything
welcome.
that has his name attached to it. He's evil.
And welcome to the Wrench Club, Mrs. Blevins. Or Ms. Blevins, excuse me. Sorry about that. Ms. Blevins says this is so fascinating. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Cool.
But just know this is not my normal show. I'm normally just talking Mandela effects. We are talking about other things tonight, but we do just do this once in a while, but not normally.
Right. Now on my show, however,
Which Brian?
Brian is.
Brian sent Miss Blevins.
I'm sorry, I thought you were.
No, it's okay. I'm just asking which Brian. Brian sent Miss Blevins over.
Ah.
There's multiple Brians, so I don't know which Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Stavely, MacFarlane, another one.
Griffin.
Wait, what do you mean, Lovey Love? That's not Obamacare forced. I don't know if it's Stavely. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Miss Blevins.
Cool.
What do you mean it's not Obamacare? Obamacare, because the marketplace, it subsidized healthcare, which made a lot of the companies change their plans.
Right.
A lot of people had to change their doctors. Their deductibles went up. They got a deductible when they didn't have one. Their co-pays went up.
Exactly. That was their reaction to Obamacare, which was his fault.
Oh, like I said, love be love. Social Security Well, no, when it comes to, I'm speaking about welfare, not Social Security. I'm talking about Medicaid. And Medicaid is by state. It's not a federal program. I mean, it is a federal program, but the regulations are done by the state. So in Pennsylvania, I don't know about the other states, but in Pennsylvania, prior to Obamacare, it wasn't based upon your income level solely. You also had to be a parent of a young child. But that's only in Pennsylvania. I don't know about other states. I believe New Jersey, it was open to anyone who met the income level. And that's how it is in Pennsylvania today. But before Obamacare, you needed to be a parent of a small child. They felt that, you know, the parents need to be healthy for the children. And everyone else, well, too bad. That's how Pennsylvania was. And if I'm missing your point, love you, love, please tell me what you're talking about so I can, because maybe we're misunderstanding something. Michael Fontaine, I am not adding guests tonight. Hero is not a guest. We've been friends for years, and I'm on his show, and he's welcome on mine anytime. He's just usually asleep.
Yeah, I would be here more often, actually, if I could. And actually, I do have an announcement to make real quick. I am going to have to jump off because I got to get up early in the morning, and my eyes right now, I'm telling you, they are getting heavy. It's like 2 20-pound weights are on each eyelid.
Can you stick around for like 2 more minutes so I can pick out 2 political Mandela effects, like you and Jeff talk?
I don't know, man. I
can't stick around much longer myself.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll pick one.
Okay.
Just to give them one.
That's good.
I can do that. Sure.
No, you don't have to stick around for the whole Mandela effect.
Oh,
I just want you to stick around and talk while I'm, quietly searching. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Hmm? But yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say yes. So talk, please.
You were finishing your.
Here's a good one. I haven't done this one in a long time.
Not leaving yet, pushing.
And I sent you the link, Jeff. I'm already done, Hebrew. If you're really that tired, you're welcome to cut out if you need to.
Who, me?
Yeah, I said if you're that tired, I'm already done. I already got the Mandela.
I got you. Okay, well, hey, you know what? Thanks for having me on tonight.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Well, it's my pleasure, man. You know, you guys
joined us.
Do what?
Glad you joined us. Always makes it more fun and interesting.
Yeah. And if I have a show tomorrow night, it's probably going to be earlier. If you're awake and want to join, you're welcome to, as usual.
Well, I appreciate that, man. You know what? Like I said, I would jump on more often, but it's like, I'm starting to become my old night owl self again, because it seems like I push myself later and later, especially if I get a good nap during the day, then I'm cool. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But sometimes that's almost impossible to do.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Jeff, before you do that, did you want to play a song?
Nah, not tonight.
All right.
Let's just do this.
But yeah, guys, I'm going to cut out. So we'll see you later. Hopefully,
Monday.
Definitely Monday.
Yeah. So guys, those of you that did not see Shifty Sunday last week, Hebrew made an announcement that for a little while at least, Shifty Sunday is now going to be, what is the name that you came up with again?
What was it? Manic
Monday Mayhem? Manic Monday Mayhem?
Manic. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Manic Monday Mayhem. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so the shows will be Monday night instead of Sunday night. So we hope you'll join us on Shifty Sunday.
Same time, just different night.
Yes.
And yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you guys, and I'll see everyone out there in chat, hopefully, on Monday. So good night.
Good night, Hebrew. Thanks for being here.
Good night, Hebrew.
Good night, guys, and see you next time.
See you Monday. That is true, Super Mario. Just another manic Monday. Wish it were Sunday. Good. Oh, let me add you to the stage. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Is that as big as it gets? It looks so small.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. All right, guys. Here's your Mandela for the night. Again, if I can get together a show for tomorrow, if I can get someone or a couple people to join me tomorrow, there'll be a show tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Monday night too. But we're going to close out the show with the Mandela effect at least. So I have to ask you 4 questions. Half is about an animal. The other half is about a group of people, which are all related by their names. Have a great night, Mustard Seed of Faith. Thank you for being here. And welcome, Saddle Bomb. Good to see you. All right, animal. Question number 1. True or false? Do Black Panthers exist? Yes or no? True or false? What do you guys remember? Pushing buttons. Jency is yes. Pushing buttons is yes. Bomber is yes. Jeff, what do you say?
Yes.
Pushing says true. Saddle Bomb says yes. Noise Guru says true. Dave the Damo says yes. Is it Damo or Damo? Tanya Sue says yes. Hey, Preliminal, good to see you. The pink one definitely exists also, says Mustard Seed of Faith. That would be so cool. Yes, this is a rewind, 100%. I had no time to get everything done because there was a 3-hour window where it was all about what was happening. So I was like, I can't do this. Okay, let's see. Damo, thank you very much, Dave. Your internet's down. How are you here, Roger? Welcome back. Let's see. Travis Joe says, I wasn't listening, but yes, I'm crazy. All right, we can go on, Jeff.
Hey, I got 3 more subscribers. We're up to 503 now.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thanks.
Know your Black Panther. The Black Panther is not a separate species of big cats. Actually, a melanistic coat coloration that occurs on rare occasions in 2 existing big cat species. Melanin is an oversaturation of the dark colored skin pigment called melanism, called melanin, and is the opposite of albinism. Technically, it's false. Black panthers do not exist. They are actually jaguars with a genetic mutation called I think it's supposed to be melanism, which is the opposite of albino. It is melanism. I don't know why it says melanistic. It's melanism.
What about the fur?
Okay, look. The fur, they're jaguars. It's So you see how a jaguar is orange and yellow, like, like a tanny, orangey color with black spots? The Black Panther is a jaguar where the spots cover the whole body.
Weird.
Yeah. And the eyes are a different color. So here it is, melanistic coat coloration, melanistic jaguar, and melanistic leopard. So jaguars and leopards are Black Panthers with quotations in this reality. Have you ever heard of melanistic animals before? With all of my research, this word is completely new for me, but some melanistic animals have been shared in the community before. Both Sheena Redaway and Joe Biondo, wow, those are names I've not heard in so long, shared the black tiger, the melanistic mutation of regular tigers in Teresa's group. But caution must be used. See, I'm even telling you guys back then, because a lot of these images are photoshopped, like this lion. But that does not mean they do not exist. Genuine images are just harder to find. The images of the tigers were real, and so are these on the next slide. Many creatures, including snakes, foxes, seals, penguins, chickens, etc., can have a melanistic mutation. While I have never heard of melanistic animals before, there is one more question I need to ask you about Black Panthers or melanistic jaguars in this reality. Jency's freaking out. True or false, in your past, did Black Panthers have spots like a leopard? So again, did melanistic jaguars and leopards, Black Panthers, have spots when they're black? Yes or no? True or false? And if you remember this presentation from before, just answer what you knew before you learned. Jency says no. Bomber says yes, but they're faint. Tanya Sue is no. Pushing buttons is no. Pushing, that's bad. I can't even put that on the screen. No for me, says Ryu. Huh?
I was just laughing.
Probably no. Spots are black, says Dave. Roger says yes. Rock, hey Rock, good to see you. It's been a while. Rock says no. Saddle Bomb says yes. I keep saying bomb. Bum. Saddle Bum says yes. Easy to miss if you're not looking closely at the cat, says Bomber. Jency is yelling no. Jim from Florida is no. Okay, we can go on. They were solid black in my past. And sorry, guys, they are not easy to miss. So, I'm sorry. Can we zoom in on those pictures? That is not easy to miss. That is clear as day spot. Okay? Yep. Like, clear as day. You would not miss these at all. Okay. You zoom out so I can read it. All right. They were solid black in my past, and they were their own species, too. They were Black Panthers. But now, with them being melanistic jaguars and leopards, almost all have brown leopard spots now. I have never seen this before of you. Rocks, no, no, no. No way, no, never for Jency. Pushing's saying, whoa. Bomber says in some images. My guru says I couldn't tell I was running the other way. Jibber Blarder says, I used to draw them when I was a kid. I don't remember the spots on the black, and I must have been using sources.
That's something we would have noticed.
Mm-hmm. Palmer says some are a lot more visible if you look up Black Panthers leopards. Some do look solid black, while some have more visible spots. I don't remember any having spots. That's the problem for me. Good night, Michael Fontaine. See you soon. No, I freaked out when I saw this for the first time, Jency. George is getting upset. Wait, Pink Panthers do exist? One second. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Jeff, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the albino leopard is distinguished from the other Panthera pardus subspecies by its distinctive pink coat. It's a new subspecies in 2013 named Panthera pardus roseus calaf. I am going to send you a picture to share.
All right, let's finish this up first, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get a picture. They're not really, really pink, though. I just want to say that. Like, they're just like a little more, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm actually getting the image with the description and the so that we know it's the correct image. And let me get back to you. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because the whole thing refreshed. Whew. I don't think I finished reading it, but that's okay. I may have finished it. I did. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's more pictures of the Panthers. So here's residue. And there are some Panthers that look completely black with no spots, like I remember it. And that's what the green slides are. They're showing residue of what I remember. They're so cute when they're babies.
Yeah.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, I want you to think back to the 1960s. Either your memory, if you were alive, or what you were taught in history class, or documentaries, or whatever. Please write the name of the black militant group that was often seen wearing berets and holding their fists in the air. Please write the name of the group that you remember that has panther in it. So, Roger says the Black Panthers. Jeff, what do you remember?
Black Panthers.
Travis Joe says Black Panthers. Pushing Button says the Black Panthers. Rock E. Shepherd says Black Panthers. Look at the does. In and out, in and out, in and out. Good one, Jeff.
Thanks.
Drew says the Rondells. Jency says Black Panthers. And Bomber comes in with Black Panther Party. All right, we can go on. I remember them as only the Black Panthers or Black Panthers. Before I tell you the name, I have another question. Do you remember Black Panther political candidates? Yes or no? Do you remember candidates that ran as Black Panthers. Not as a Democrat, not as a Republican, but as a Black Panther. Dave says no idea. Ryu says I don't know. Jency says no. Pushing Button says I don't. Roger says Jesse Jackson. Then no, says Roger. Andy, Dave. Oh, I'm sorry, Travis. Travis is a millennial. Well, thank you. We don't have many millennials watching, so that's kind of cool that you're here. Thank you if you're a millennial or a Gen Z and you're actually here. That's very cool. Thank you to everyone else, but millennials and Gen Z are like very rare in the Mandela community. It's good to see you guys coming in. It wasn't from Gump, so maybe it wasn't Forrest Gump. You're right. I think you're right. You're right. I think I mentioned that. Wait, what? Jeff, did Tupac's mom run?
No, she didn't run, but she was a member.
She was a member, okay. Rock says yes. Travis Joe says, I identify as Gen X. Did you know that they, like for people born on the cusp, like for example, Brian MacFarlane, it was born the last year of Gen X, okay? They call them like Zennials. Like they're not Gen Xers, they're not Millennials, they're Zennials with an X in the front. And they do the same thing, like they have like because they had both, I don't know, the technology. It's all about the technology. My daughters are, says Roger. And Bomber is last, so you'd be a Zennial. You would also be a Zennial, Bomber.
What's the year that starts millennials?
1981.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that means Tina is a millennial.
Yes. And Brian MacFarlane was born in 80. But Tina could also be considered a Zennial. It's about the music and the technology that you were influenced by. Like
she was
pop
born
culture.
in 83.
Oh, okay. She'd probably be millennial.
She's millennial, yeah.
Millennial. Rock says I'm a boomer. I'm a 90s boomer, says Gen Z. No, you're a millennial. Actually, that might be Gen Z. No, 97. That's the millennial. Roger is born in 70. You are a Gen Xer.
What year does Gen Z start? Or not Gen Z, Gen X.
I think that was 68. I'll look it up.
Really?
I'm looking it up. Gen X years. 65. 65.
65. Yeah.
So 1970, you're Gen X. Let's see. 58, you're a baby boomer. 100%. Saddle up. I don't like labels. But I did when I had my label makers. Push the buttons. All right, we can go on. We're off topic. Because candidates did run for local office as Black Panther candidates, which I have never heard of. Full believer for Black Panther. But it does explain why the name of the group is now the Black Panther Party. And I know Bomber remembers this, but I sure as heck don't. And so did, was it Sue who remembered it? I'm scrolling up. And Forrest Gump. No, Tanya Sue. I was close.
Yeah, and Forrest Gump, doesn't he say something about that?
Yeah, that he didn't in my past. That's part of the Mandela for me. It was never the Black Panther Party. And can we zoom in on that A on the left? Is that a lambda A?
Where? Oh,
On the
yeah.
left. So back then,
Well, the whole
it's got
thing
the bar, but the hole is filled in. So is the holes on the B
on
and
all
the
of
P's.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the L. Yep. It was never Black Panther Party. It was just the Black Panthers. That'd be like Black Lives Matter Party.
God forbid.
But do you see what I'm saying? It's just Black Lives Matter. It was just the Black Panthers for me. There was no party.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little when you mentioned BLM.
I'm so sorry. Well, it's actually the Black Panther Party for self-defense. So the two of you that remembered party, do you remember for self-defense? Because that's the official name. The Black Panther Party for self-defense.
That's crazy.
But most references in signage leave for self-defense off. The sign in their headquarters has the self-defense part smaller as well. So you can see it there in their headquarters, the Black Panther Party, and then really small next to it for self-defense. Bomber says nope on the self-defense. Pushing his nope. The party was active in the United States between 1966 and 1982. I can't. No. That's way too late. Way too late.
Yep.
They were also active in many prisons and had international chapters in the United Kingdom and Algeria. I also don't remember the Black Panthers Party being active through 1982. Do you? I thought they fizzled out by the early to mid 70s.
That's what I thought too.
Yes. The party also started their own schools. They were originally called Liberation Schools and later renamed to Freedom Schools, indoctrination camps to radicalize children. Do you remember this? Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember Black Panther schools? Anyone?
Nope.
Like we have children with their fists in the air.
That's
I
nuts.
can't.
So they tried to segregate themselves even back then.
Yes. That's why I said it's a long time. This has been happening for like 100 years.
This is not my timeline's history.
Nope. Pushin says, oh wait, Jency says, no way I missed this, never happened. Pushing Button says, heck no. Well, I can say hell no. Roger says no, worse than hippies. It was a huge movement, says Bomber. I get that, but I do not remember schools. I do not remember schools. Yes, Rock, that is the line. But the party was, he was referring to a birthday party, not a political party.
Right.
He walked into
and that line actually changed.
What does it say now?
Sorry, I had a fight or fought, something like that, in the middle of your Black Panther party. It's too wordy now. But it used to be, sorry, I ruined your Black Panther party.
Yeah, it was sorry I ruined absolutely 100%.
Yeah,
but the party wasn't supposed to be the Black Panther Party. He was talking about interrupting a gathering, a party. But now it's a double entendre, which is wrong. It wasn't like that in my past. Yes, now the line is different. That is correct. Did someone who covered that, Jeff?
I think Moneybags
Moneybags
and Brian Stavely, I think also.
and Brian Staley.
Yeah.
Gen Z, I have so much to cover. A presentation is a lot of work. It's already been done. I can't. I have too much to cover. Preliminal. Can we go back 2 slides? I need to see the years again. The Black Panthers were active from 66 to 1982. Almost 20 years. That's not short-lived. And they had chapters in San Francisco, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, and Philadelphia. Like, they were all over the United States. This was not just an attempt. This was huge. And they ran for political office in this this is reality. Okay, you can go on. You can go back to where we were. I'm sorry. I just want to see the years. I cannot get over how similar this looks. How did they not see the parallel? Reagan is famously quoted as saying, "We are just one generation from losing our freedom, and it always starts and ends with our kids." Look at the left image of Germany and the right. The only difference is they were having the kids raise their fists. That's in Mandela too. The kids are pointing to the right. Their arms just go straight out.
Yeah.
Like the kid in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids walking in line there. So look, there's the kids on the bottom, the Black Panther Party school. Below the kids in lines. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's the same thing. Same thing. Indoctrination camps. But they did do some good for America. They gave free breakfast to poor kids, had a free food program for black people, which gave thousands of bags of groceries to the poor, and I don't know what the "and" was leading to. Maybe, I guess the next slide. Oh, and established the Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation while offering and administering free testing to the black community. So that was actually something good that they did. I like the Hodge twins.
Me too.
Black Panther Party to provide free sickle cell anemia tests to blacks. This is my problem with these maybe not for sickle cell anemia, but the free food was only for black people. Because white people aren't poor, Asians aren't poor, Native Americans aren't poor. Like any race, you can only be poor if you're black.
Yeah, that's the implication, which is so false.
And that's the problem I have with these groups. I also have no memory of the White Panther Party. Yes or no in the chat. Did you know that there was a White Panther Party before I told you? The White Panther Party were white sympathizers to the Black Panther Party's ideologies, like John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Ugh. Yoko. Yucko. It's more like.
He says no. We are. Oh, yeah, a lot. Yes. Yes, Roger. Yes. Mr. Bud says nope. Hello, Morgan. Morgan said, no idea. White Panthers. Roger says, nah. Ryu says, no. All right, guys. What do you recall for their motto? Blank people. Do you recall their motto? Is that, wait, are you asking a question or are you stating a fact right again? Brock says power to the people.
Yep.
You guys agree? Or do you remember it differently? I mean, there's even a song. Jency says either that or power for the people. No one else? Oh, Ryu says power to the people. Roger says yes. Oh, it's a question. Okay, good. Scared me for a second. Tanya Sue says power to the people. All right, Jeff, we can go on. It was only power to the people in my past. There was no variation. So here is what I remember, power to the people. Oh, there's also Black Power. That's fine. No, that one's not Mandela. That's why we're not talking about it. I was just talking about the one with people in it. Well, I can still find the motto. I remember the official and more common motto is now all power to the people. Do you remember all ever being there? Because I do not.
No way.
Travis Joe needs a hug. Aww. Hugs to Travis Joe, everyone. Gotta do hugs in the chat. Hold on, I'm looking for my hug emoji. Where's the hug at? How am I not seeing it? Why is it so hard to find? There it is. Noise Guru says, bring it in, Travis. Does anyone remember all power to the people? Yes or no? We're going to go on, but you guys can answer in the chat while I go on. Going back to the Black Panthers being a political party, we need to talk about Eldridge Cleaver, who ran for President of the United States. Do you guys remember this? Yes or no? So we got no's for the other thing, the all. Do you remember hearing that someone ran for president under the Black Panther Party? Because Eldridge Cleaver did. We got a nose in the chat. Ryu only remembers power to the people because of the song. Jeff? Oh, he walked away. I do not remember learning that Black Panther members ran for any office, local or national, but it supposedly happened many times in this version of the United States. These are all Black Panther Party candidates, posters. Oh, this is all Eldridge Cleaver. No, Ben Dobbs for Congress. Dorothy Healy. Angela Davis for VP. Roger Level said they said all power to the people and rage against the machine. It was never all for me. That's crazy. Warning, no children beyond this point, sexually explicit content, but still YouTube safe. Eldridge Cleaver, this is funny, guy. Jeff, do you remember what we're about to see?
No.
You're going to love this. Eldridge Cleaver was a prominent figure in the Black Panther Party. His official title in the party was Minister of Information. I hate that. Besides running for president, he was a writer, political activist, and...
Minister of Misinformation.
No, this is better. He was also known for something that makes it obvious I'm not in the reality I call home. Something so ridiculous I can't even say it.
I remember this being ridiculous, but I don't remember what it was exactly.
Again, get the children out of the room if they're awake. Don't let them see the screen, please. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So this is just a slide that shouldn't be here about the Black Panther Party. You can go on. Where is... There we go.
Now I remember.
You can, yeah. He invented penis pants. In the 1970s, political activists who invented penis pants. I can't. And I'm sorry to subject you to this, but you're going to have to see this. And YouTube, those are mannequins, not women. Okay? And to parallel this reality, he even made them for kids.
Oh my God.
And this makes me so sick I can't. The sexualization of children has been happening much longer in this reality. There's no reason on this earth that this should have existed. So here are some images of him modeling his clothing. On the right.
So if he had one, penis pants for everybody. Well, every man anyway. No. What the hell?
Absolutely not. Again, this disgusting person made clothing like this for children. Like I'm like seething with anger. I'm seething right now. I'm so angry that this person existed and made stuff like, can you see the clothing at the bottom? He made stuff like that for children.
That's disgusting.
I want to punch his face.
Me too.
They're penis pants, Bomber. He invented penis pants. Good night, Noise Guru. I'll check my email, Noise Guru. I will check.
There's something I want to say, but I can't say it.
Can you read that at the top? I can't. It's too small.
Yeah. This part. Hold on.
Oh, we can zoom. A controversial media figure and former presidential candidate in 1968. We've been castrated in clothing. I can't read it now. It's moving. I'm in the box on the right. Cleaver firmly announces, and my pants open up new vistas. I'm against penis binding. Men wear their penis either down the right pant leg or the left. Now, if you cut away a piece of the material on either side, you'll see that the penis is strapped to the leg. Pants were originally designed to corral the penis. Exactly, it's perversion.
Taking on the big issues.
Yeah. That's what presidents do.
Just wow. Unbelievable.
Last question before residue, I promise. And since we are discussing activism, there is another altered slogan. Another that still exists but has a new reality variation. So there's all power to the people and power to the people in the same photo. What do you recall? Hell no, blank, go. And the blank is multiple words. Or could be multiple words, because I don't know what it is now. I just remember what I remember it to be.
You see Pushkin's comment?
No, I didn't till just now. Pushkin says, hell no, we won't go. Bombers, hell no, we won't go.
Yep.
Rogers, hell no, we won't go. We won't for splatter. We won't for rock. We won't for Morgan.
Don't tell me it was we won't go now.
I don't know what it is now. That's why I gotta wait. Again, hell no, we won't go is still around. Hell no, don't go is what it is now, guys.
That takes the bite out of it.
In my past, it was only hell no, we won't go. But in this strange reality, it can also be hell no, don't go. Do you have any memory of don't go? Huh?
That doesn't even make any sense. It takes all the meaning out of it.
I guess they're telling other people not to go, but...
Yeah, it's a totally different phrase.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I don't remember this, says Gen Z. That's not English. You can't say that.
Right.
So here is hell no, we won't go. Residue. But like I said, this is a variation effect. They're both. It's the two realities merged.
It doesn't flow. It doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Hell no, we won't go flows so well. Hell no, don't go sounds stupid.
I agree, but they both exist in this reality.
Try telling them that. I bet you they say no.
Travis Joe says, hold my beer.
Bet you they say, hell no.
The residue, finally. I'm going. Running for office. So red is, again, current reality is red. And green is the residue of what I remember. So this is just showing you that they're running for office as Black Panther parties. Good. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, which I've never heard of before this presentation. I don't remember the Black Panther Party. It was just the Black Panthers.
For elf defense.
Does it say for elf? Yes is gone?
Yeah.
Oh, at the top, I see, yeah.
Another missing S.
No, that was me.
I know.
It'd be funny if it wasn't me, though. If it actually
It
said out.
would.
There was also the British Black Panther Party, the BBPP. The White Panthers, which did not exist in my past.
Absolutely not.
And the White Panther Party. Sorry, excuse me. Not
Wouldn't
the
that
White.
be completely taken the wrong way, even back then. You know what I mean?
I know.
Come on.
The 10-point program for the White Panther Party. That image in the top left, that is how I found out about the White Panther Party. And that's what sent me down this rabbit hole. It says White Panther Party, and I'm like, what the hell's the White Panther Party? All power to the people. All power. I'm telling you, that's a sync with our reality, with our current times.
Yes.
They want all the power.
Mm-hmm.
You see the obey. Hi, Gary. Welcome. So here's more all power to the people. It did not exist. It was just power to the people. Oh, this is all power to all people now. Excuse me. There's two alls.
Ah, so that's when all was okay, if you get my drift.
Wait. Now here's the part that really blew my mind. You see that hair pick?
Yeah.
That's Philly. You saw the obey as well, Bomber? I saw that obey. Yep. Do not comply. All power to the people. It's, like I said, it's the most common saying. There it is on a Black Panther button. Power to the people is still in this reality, but it is much less common than all power to the people. There's even, the song, the record. Can you zoom in on that, please? All power to the people, part 1, Joe Savage, guys. All power. All.
It was just power.
Yeah, I want to hear the song. I have to go listen to it.
That's all you. I'll skip that.
If all is in the song, I'm going to freak. You know, like all power. You know, if they sing it, I bet you they do. We should totally play it. Let's just totally play it. Listen to it. This is all residue. Power to the people, the way it was. Joe Henderson sings power to the people. Yes, it's supposed to free the penis while it being clothed in pants. Mustard seed of faith. The Black Panthers, like I remember, not the Black Panther Party. No. The Black Panthers, residue. Go ahead. I cannot say these are all Mandela effects. I was not in any reality during the 1960s. Is any of this your reality's history? None of it was mine, but now I understand how the change happened so quickly in our current timeline. From American life to chaos. Because this version of America has lived it already. Much longer. So guys, it is now 3:30 in the morning here. It's 2:30 in the morning Jeff's time. Like I said, I am going to try my best to find people to do a show with tomorrow for you, like the normal Mandela Effect show. If not, I will see you Monday night, but just keep an eye out on the community tab. If you haven't already, click the bell for all notifications. That way you'll know if I do go live. I want to thank you all for being here, talking about some sketchy subjects on YouTube. You guys are amazing. I am going to do a quick shout out. Let's see. Who can I see? I know earlier we had Super Mario Brothers 3. I haven't seen Super Mario Brothers in a while, so he may have gone to bed. We have Preliminal, Roger Ledwell, Bomber, Pushing Button, 62, Noise Guru, Ryugani Mikado. Let's see. I'm scrolling, guys. Rock E. Shepherd, Love V. Love, Travis Joe, Sue Finelli was here earlier. Let's see. Oh, thank you again to Hero 77, who was here earlier as well, who joined us earlier. Curious&Curiouser was here earlier in the chat.
Oh, wait, we can't end it. They're saying, hell no, we won't go.
Tanya Sue is here. We had some new people tonight. I hope I can still see them in the chat. It only goes back so far. Travis Joe is here. Let's see. Jim from Florida on his second account is here. Morgan's here. Isabella Live 2.0. All right, I definitely know I can't see the new people. So if you guys know who the new people were, their names, please let me know in the chat. Dave the Damo is here. Preliminal. I said Bomber, right? Well, just in case. Bomber's here. I'm scrolling, guys. We had Nightbot in the chat. I said Roger, right? Splatter 420.
Yeah.
Same name. Just scrolling. Gary Dorsal's here. Getting down to the bottom. Mustard Seed of Faith is here. General Sorrow just popped in.
General Sorrow.
So General Sorrow. I know Helen was here. Helen was here earlier. Let's see. That's all I can see. So I know there were people here earlier that are not here now. Yeah, the girl from Stavely. I'm trying to remember. Ms. Was it Get Bivens?
Blevins.
Blevins. Ms. Blevins was here. And there was someone else that I gave a wrench to. Bomber. Read my last 3 comments. Scrolling up.
Tanya Sue.
I'm reading them, but I can't put that on the screen. Ms. Blevins, Sue Finelli, I already said, and Tanya Sue, yes, and there was someone else, and I can't remember their name. There was a guy.
On the screen.
There was a guy. I can't remember his name, but that's okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for participating. Jency, I will find those links. I want you to watch them, please. Because I think it's going to be eye-opening for you. It will change your perspective, I believe. All right, guys. Jeff, is there anything else you want to show or say before we go?
No, just thanks to everybody for showing up tonight and checking out the show.
Yeah, especially because of the topic. Thank you very much. And we're all praying that President Trump, is doing well. That can't feel good. Didn't have a chunk of ear missing. Yeah, everyone, you have a great night. Like I said, if I can wrangle some people up tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow night. If not, I will see you Monday night with Hebrew on his show, Manic Monday Mayhem. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night.
Good night, everybody.
Go to bed. Yes. Good night, everybody.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?